heroes into the enemy jungle. They actually managed to scare away, but it's actually going to be Aggressive who may be a little bit caught here. RTZ trying to get in front of Aggressive to try and body block him to let those melee heroes. They're going to be able to catch up still, and they might be able to kill him. As they slow him down, they're going to go for the raise. 1, 2, and a third as RTZ picks up the first blood. A great catch out for Evil Geniuses.
And here we're seeing a new camp.
But unfortunately, that SF is pushing down the top tower.
He has a wave. He's going to wave up.
Find themselves, yeah. I was going to say maybe they would go on those supports, but they actually choose to back down, and that's going to be the opportunity for Universe to press forward now. Pop of the Darkness and running himself in with the Phase Boots, going to try and force this reaction from CDEC. They're going to turn and go onto him, but RTZ is here to provide the extra damage. RTZ now trying to run himself out into one, a Sonic Wave! Oh, Samael just comes in and cleans up CDEC nice and neat. And it's only going to be Shiki who may survive, but they're even covering his retreat. If he jumps back to his remnant, he's going to be immediately stunned up by Universe, stopping the TP, and he goes down as well. CDEC get wiped by Evil Geniuses. This could be TI5 finals all over again.
Yeah, what a sick read by EG. They know that CDEC, they don't stack and farm to get back in the game. The HOD creep to scout out a lot though.
Yeah. No fear. It's actually going to be jumped in on. They are going to be able to combine this one. CDEC get a really great ultimate off of the Gyrocopter, slowing down everyone, but RTZ lets loose his ultimate, almost getting ripped apart by the Rocket Barrage, but managed to get saved there as they finish off the Gyro and he gets swapped away at the same time. Now jump in Samael, gets Garter as well, so Rubik in the background. Samael finally finished things off by getting the Clockwork with a click, dream, and triple kill godlike spree by 11.5 minutes. Evil Geniuses, they can practically, if it wasn't for the super low death timers of CDEC, they could practically push uphill already.
Yeah, they're forced to fight.
Spirits and CDC are going to be hard pressed to stay away from that kind of swap initiation. Hook shot in, Ortiz is going to be the target here. Q ready to go, but immediately gets targeted up. Not going to be able to get off any spells here. Aggressive right in the middle of all the line of fire here. Samael managed to throw out the ultimate to finish off the Wiz, but it's still going to be Shiki and Aggressive fighting up against the tombstone, backed up against the trees. Looks like RTZ is going to be able to survive through all of this. He turns on a Q now, who brought the telekinesis back in closer to him, which means RTZ will end things off with a killing spree. EG wipes CDEC for like the third time in 15 minutes. Rough. There is no other way to describe it, Ben.
Both their cores in the mid and top just got utterly destroyed.
Yeah, I think that your point that you're making about the inefficient use of the Wisp says the most true things about CDEC. They're going to jump in on RTZ now. They will be able to lock him down and get off all the heals. Sonic Wave in the background though. Samael just put so much pressure on CDEC, gets the invis, managed to blink himself away, and now RTZ is back for round number 2. Let's lose the ultimate. Shiki will be able to get out with a bounce back to the Remnant. Carter, he's going to be taken out by just one quick shot from the SF, and the rest of the team backs up to the fountain. But it's GG for game number 1. Evil Geniuses put on the most dominant performance that we've seen so far in this tournament.
Right to the slaughterhouse, 28-4 final score.
Yeah, an unbelievably one-sided game. The Evil Geniuses, everyone was kind of questioning, especially with the beginning of this, whether or not they'd even make it into the playoffs, and they show up in this semifinal matchup and just destroy CDEC in game number 1. Nope, he's going to go for the harassment on Universe. With the charge in, they'll get a lot of damage actually in the middle lane. They do manage to get the kill on Samael. Universe still going to be gone on though. Not enough time for Aggressive. No, it is. He's going to be able to get the chains. Universe is going to be dying here. CDC already starting off 2-0. Peter comes in, but not much that PPD.
Without being able to skewer out.
They managed to get a skewer back onto Q. Looks like that should be a kill, but the heroes are going to come in from the side. Nice, 2-man clogs are going to set things up. Just the combination, 2 heroes quite easily. The Winter Wyvern did go down, but it looks like it's going to cost them 3, maybe even 4. Here's going to be the next target, bounced back by the ultimate from Garter, and that's going to be an ultra kill for Shiki to wipe things out.
What an excellent hook shot from XZ, catching Darkseer and Lion, and then just lining them up for a Light Striker array. That was just the build of choice versus the Clockwork Rush.
Samael is going to be jumped, and this is not a hero they can afford to lose first. They do manage to get the skewer back, but it's Garter. He's still tanky as all hell, and CDEC are just going to keep moving forward. They got Universe. He managed to force himself out of the cogs, but now they're going to Winter's first him to make sure he does stay down. 2 heroes down on the side of EG, and CDEC on the retreat. Doesn't look like EG can afford any more aggressive maneuvers. They're just going to go for more farm on RTZ.
They saw him because of this Observer Ward. This Observer Ward like cut into the mid lane, and then they were able to get the charge on him. He wasn't even able to blink out in time.
This is also going to catch fear at the same time, so
yeah, that's...
if they don't realize that ward is there 100%, they should now know now.
I mean, are they, as far as late game solutions to anti-mage, I think that's just a farm for skill.
Okay, here's a nice pick off XD. Looks like he's going to be going down. Is there going to be any other casualties from EG? Nice RP, but the Eagle Scepter actually goes off first from Shiki. They manage to lock easy, and they're going to be able to finish him off with the help of the chains. Now they turn on to Fear, who, as tanky as he is, should be going down nice and quick. EG lose 2, and there's the buyback from the Clockwork. PPD, nice out there from him.
That was still really close. Intimate almost got that Void off. He was going to die anyways, but if he gets that Void off, I think like Winter Wyvern was like 600 mana deficit. So, nice try by Magnus. Very nice reaction by the Lina to use herself. I'm not sure whether she meant to use herself or the Magnus, but regardless, either way is okay as long as she doesn't get RP'd.
Now CDEC go for the tier 2 tower. Why do you think XD chose to buy back there? I mean, it's relatively cheap this early on to the game, but he's now going to be skewered back, and this could be a dieback away, but there is going to be Vice Force around it. Nice vacuum into the Ice Path, and the ultimate comes out. Arteezy takes out 2, and maybe they can pursue. They need to be able to chase this one out, and they could actually have a bit of a comeback here on EG's hands. They've managed to block up Garter, get the 3rd kill there. Double kill for Arteezy.
I think they saw aggressive BOT bottom, and then that was a sign. It's like, okay, this is the best fight we're gonna get. He's getting charged up right now. I don't know if he's gonna. He doesn't have a TP up. This could be bad. Peter's kind of smoked around, but Zero's here.
Yeah. Oh, PPD, you gotta stop this one. The charge is gonna be able to complete. He stops the follow-up though. Arteezy is gonna be Winter's Curse though, and that's the nail in the coffin, I think, for Arteezy. He will go down. CDEC will get the additional kill on a PPD, obviously. And with 2 on CDEC will take control of the map once again. Universe, make it a 3rd. He's going to be able to force staff away. Oh, the Light Strike Array misses, but with the Aghanim's upgrade and level 3 Laguna Blade, Shiki.
Like last game, it's like, okay, we're losing, but we're just going to keep throwing bodies and bodies and bodies until we win the fight because we're that confident in our fighting abilities. So
PPD, they were hoping to be able to rotate into Roshan. He does kind of stall up aggressive at the same time. Farther up, the fight goes on. They charge on through. Samael managed to, he got the skewer, but can't get off the RP on anybody there. XD, well, he's in the fire, but it doesn't seem to matter. The mech will keep him alive. Fear will go down, and that just leaves our Dark Seer, which aggressive does manage to kill as well. I mean, if game 1 was incredibly one-sided to EG's favor, it's very interesting to see that CDEC are able to apply the same kind of pressure to EG in this game 2. Was such a one-sided matchup.
Yeah, they're going for like the small percentage. So they went for that, 15,000 network fight instead of like a 25,000 high ground fight. And Arteezy.
And the hook shot managed to stop him. The 4 step away. Nope. There's a final right click out from Shiki. He's going to keep
no buyback.
Trying to get another one off the Eagle Scepter. He's got the Light Strike Array to stop Samael. Actually misses that one. He managed to get the skewer back, which also brings the Spirit Breaker with the ultimate. He managed off the RP, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up. No, they actually managed to get the vacuum 3-man vacuum while they take away that Aegis. And the rest of CDEC are dropping a bit low. Garter looks like he may go down. Universe pursues out on him. Clockwork taken down for the tower. Ice Path just barely manages to stop him there. And it's going to be Shiki right in the middle of this base, backing up with aggressive and Q. They're going to go for the tier 3 tower now. See if Fear can actually stall up their push enough that his teammates can revive.
CDC's not scared though. They don't have any ultimates on EG. Even if they were to buy back, they could probably still fight 5-on-3.
Yeah.
Or 3-on-5.
The only one they have left was that AM ultimate, because obviously they pick him off first, they vacuum back into the Ice Path, get a decent amount of damage out from that dual breath, but they'll now land the Light Strike Array. Universe is dead, as an Octarine Core just going to work. Nice Winter's Curse to find a quick escape. Now they're going to be able to get PPD as well.
Anti-Mage's respawning.
Just jumps right on in, and they are missing out on a significant amount of mana. They got to really be careful with this. Hex comes forward. Shiki is going to go down here in a second. His Polar Brace stalling things up a bit, but, well, he's got the Yules and a Light Strike Array, but he'll die eventually. Looks like Q also going to be, oh, wow. Just ahead of that Ice Path.
Kind of approach from bottom.
Well, they got the hook shot. Managed to catch Arteezy, bouncing back with the cogs. He blinks himself. There's still the charge, and he will be caught. That'll probably allow them to be able to push uphill. They still have the Winter's Curse ready to go to lock the largest possible advantage that they can. Arteezy, well, he's taking a lot of damage from this Daedalus. With the charge coming in, they may actually be able to finish him off. They've still got the ultimate from Garter. Throws it out now, and yep, another pick off on Arteezy. Again, he still has buyback, but CDEC may actually force that this time around as they're going to jump in. Hookshot actually kind of misses out there. They managed to get the 2-man RP over the wall with the Curse on the side. Q might manage to actually save those 2 heroes thanks to that control. Samael managed to force staff himself out. Vacuum gets laid out once again inside the cogs this time around. And the ultimate from Arteezy isn't enough to finish off these heroes. Garter will go down. It looks like a blink out from Lina will be able to survive. Back out. Universe very low, is going to die to another Sleight of Fist if he's not careful.
I don't know how Lina was at full mana that entire time. She didn't even use her spells, and
You just can't help yourself.
I really can't.
Gotta fire those shots. All right, Gardner. Oh, the vacuum. That was going with a 4-man vacuum over the top. Oh, the RP doesn't actually get laid out enough to be able to control CDEC. They're fighting back as Cressy put forward and will hunt down Samael. 1-2, and he's gone farther up. It looks like Arteezy's still going to be fighting now. Charge on Universe is going to be able to push him and stop that TP. And Arteezy actually tries to go on aggressive, but the ultimate isn't enough. And CDEC now keep on going. They're going to now turn towards Arteezy with the hook shot. The cog push. They'll control him enough. It'll die another time. They don't have an RP, and without their anti-mage, there's just no chance EG being able to fight this one out. A frenetic team fight, but it all goes to CDEC, who don't drop a single hero in that.
Wow, what if they had RP'd after that 4-man back? I don't know if they would have enough damage, but it would have been cool.
Yeah, it would have been pretty insane possibility for EG to maybe make the comeback.
But CDC is ridiculous with their comfort heroes.
Oh yeah, they just played that game so well. It seemed like, especially the patience and discipline that they brought to that game was top notch. I mean, they waited out to ensure they had the highest amount of advantage they possibly could before they pushed uphill.
Cheeky Lina.
Dangerous hero.
TI2 second place right there. TI5. Right. Nowhere close to completing the Soul Ring, and it only took one support to zone him out. And now they actually have to bring the Lich over.
They used the Tango to be able to kill the ward, but now Glitch is actually going to get caught here. He's definitely dead. That's going to be your first blood. PPD runs himself away, actually runs into the counter ward, but doesn't choose to try and eat it just yet. He's just trying to stay ahead of Shiki, who knows that rotation is coming in, but the Void slows him down even further, and he will go down. Trade-off there, 1 for 1, but look at your rotations. Jesus, CDC. They're actually now committing aggressive as well, and they're going to find Samael. Oh, hey, they're not going to find Samael, at least not yet anyway.
Yeah, he
only had one Tango to get here. All right, they finally find him, but now the TPs are going to be able to come in. A 2-man stun. Samael's just going to have to battle it out with Shiki as best as possible. The cold feed proc, it might actually lock down Shiki here with Universe coming in as well. The battery salt's taking him away. Don't get the stun, and Universe can stay in line, but they still can get a stun here. Actually gets Mini stunned up for a second, but Q gets hit by that one. EG hoping to be able to lock him down, but CDC still have 4 heroes here. Universe and the rest of EG can't fight just yet into all of this being corralled into their tier 1 tower. An incredibly unusual amount of aggressiveness from CDEC. I mean, they're a team that's known for these kind of plays, but at 5.5 minutes, it's pretty absurd. Universe goes for the kill on Q, leaves him with just 13 HP. Now they get a stun out from Samael, but EG going for that one wasn't really worth it. Now Samael's going to be dropping dangerously low. He's going to be able to slow everyone down here. Nicely played with a Splinter Blast. They're going to turn on to aggressive, but Samael still does not have the damage necessary to go on that Doom. So the rest of EG back out, and CDC also realize they're low enough. They need to back themselves away. If it wasn't for the kill on the clockwork, I would say that was a win for EG. Carter comes forwards, is revealed, gets off the Hex. Now Shiki makes it nighttime, and Arteezy still has the refraction. It's coming up in another 2 seconds, but the Finger of Death will be enough to finish him off. The question is, are they going to be able to catch these heroes? There's a lot of heroes committed for this one. Hookshot in, grabs 2. Universe great setup, but he doesn't have enough mana for the cogs. And Splinter Blast comes forward. Garter is low. Samael immediately gets doomed up, and a great fight for CDEC. Looks like they may lose Garter at the last tick of that cold feed proc, but still, they shut down the Templar Assassin. Might even take some of the stack, though. This is risky with the amplified damage. Blast over the top. Shiki is going to be just barely clipped by that one, and he will fall because of it. Now Samael surges forward. He's got that sprint. Going forward, trying to catch up to aggressive. He doesn't have Scorched Earth, and that means he's very susceptible to all this physical damage. But Q managed to slow down Samael. Now he's got to get out of here, but he doesn't have sprint anymore. He just turns and fights aggressive as best as possible. Got the stun up. Goes for the kill. Managed to get the double stun and gets it in the end. Q now tries to finish off Samael, but the right click is enough, and he's going to be turned around on as Arteezy comes in through the side. CDEC, all the aggressive plays in the world won't save you from that one.
They had to dive in way too deep to kill that. Getting punished though for the Broodmother.
Carter's gonna get picked off.
They've had to devote so many resources on the side of CDC to help them after the poor early game. Yeah. So it was just one AA that they committed for like 3 or 4 minutes, and in return for the Brood picks of the game.
Now the pushing power of the Templar Assassin is coming to play with that Desolator and Refraction. CDC trying to jump forward, gets the Winter's Curse, catches Garter, and at the same time they're going to go on to Q, trying to blow up both supports at the same time. Neither one is successful as Q backs away, and they get a really good chain cross. Looks like Samael is going to go down because of that one. Arteezy jumps forward, going on to Shiki, does manage to finish him off. No miss percentage chance there, but he'll lose his Aegis trapped in the side. Q, they're going to try and get him before he can blink himself away, but he pops a Refraction, blinks Blink is up. Over to the side, and doesn't look like CDEC even wanted to fight that Templar Assassin even underneath the tier 1 tower and in that trapped area. They probably figure it's just a bad idea with most of EG still up.
Dire's bottom tower is
As you can see, whoa, almost two-shotting him. RTZ comes in close quarters with that Lich, but doesn't quite manage to finish him off.
That was a kind of waste of the Aegis, though. And one
we got him.
One downside of the armlet is that it's the best target aside from Doombringer.
Here comes, managed to actually lock down Aggressive inside of the box. They will just try and get out now. The Winter's Curse holds him in, and RTZ's going to commit for this kill. Does get zoomed up, but they manage to kill towards the tail end. The Chain Frost bouncing around, though. They've already taken out the Mail as well as RTZ. Looks like Universe is going to go down inside soon as the right clicks fall went in. Carter really committing for this one. He's going to take off for the Ice Blast sooner or later. XD now coming forward inside the webs, trying to catch up to Peter. Lays down another one, and now pops the ultimate. PBD knows he's not escaping from this, just tries to buy as much time as possible. But another great situation. CDEC seemed to be getting really good Chain Frost.
That was a sick impale by Carter. He hit, I think, 3 heroes right as the Chain Frost was hit.
Yeah, they certainly do. With all this minus armor, they take down Roshan so quick. Cheeky's making his way in, but Roshan's already dead. Too late. Oh, no bother. Oh, bother. He throws out the Doom. They're going to try and make the initiation on it. Samael, they actually control him pretty well, but Gardner is immediately going to be popped. Now Universe locks in. Cheeky. Samael jumps in and gives away that Aegis. Not a problem. They're going to be able to easily win this fight. Now Aggressive finally makes his debut. He was stuck on the cliff for a while. Jumps under RTZ. Cold Embrace, and the Chain Frost actually bouncing around quite nicely. Q's still going to go down. Looks like Universe. He's trying to get enough distance to maybe get a Force Staff and live. And yeah, they just blow up the Broodmothers. The rest of the team surges forward. Aggressive. Defensive Blink. The third Blink in this team fight. Gonna be locked in by the hook shot. That's gonna be a total wipe. And EG, that looks to be perhaps the end of the game, as there's only 2 buybacks on the side of CDC.
Ouch, that's a painful blink. I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. I don't think Roche was in danger of being stolen by CDEC, but just a game of tragedies for CDEC.
Incoming Hex, they get the Shiva's initiation, but Samael's already got the sprint plus the BKB up. In fact, he turns around, gets quick bash on Aggressive here, managing to get off the Winter's Curse with the AC coming in for the side. RTZ, he's going to be able to blow up a lot of these here. The last he gets rolled up by that line, which is exactly what happens. The Cogs pushback does a lot of damage, but it's still not enough to finish up any of those heroes. Universe tries to save RTZ's initiation, but CDZ find the opening that they really needed.
And finally, they get a good jump nighttime. That's what Night Stalk was all about. Getting the jump on them. RTZ didn't have a BKB, so like significant enough that like the Doom's gonna cool down by the time that Templar.
Ice Blast actually kind of misses down, and Samael doesn't have a BKB. Oh dear, they're gonna be able to grab guard, and that'll be free. Lose Samael forward. It's not really gonna be worth it. They throw the Lotus Orb on Samael, trying to protect him. Aggressive just needs the level death, perhaps a little bit more right clicks. Jumps forward, gets the level death. Aggressive finds the kill, but now he's gonna be hook shotted down. He's already lost his Broodmother ally. He pops a BKB and turns to fight Peter, but one right click just did no damage whatsoever. There's no way they can threaten any of these heroes enough, and EG just stay on top of Aggressive long enough to get that additional kill. CDC, they found original pickoff.
Wow, that's slow from Arctic Burn and Icy Vortex. Did you see Doom?
Oh yeah,
he's moving like a snail. Have a buyback. He bought 2 Perseverances in hopes of completing his refresher.
Well, the Ice Blast misses, but Universe may still be able to get the kill anyway, especially with that Lotus Orb. Cheeky can't even turn around and avoid him.
Got the gem.
Takes that one away. Our Doom, by the way, is going to be going for refresher before the Aghanim himself.
Having 2 Dooms is
jump in. Thank you. He gets the Force Staff out. Should be fine. Universe is actually out of mana now. So no more hook shots. Oh no! He's gonna take out the rocket, they'll finish him off, and now RTZ keeps pressing forward with all these cores down on the side of CDEC. They'll actually jump in Witcher's Curse on XD. They'll finish off the last core of CDEC in quick fashion. And CDEC, is it time to call it? Carter's the only one left alive. They have a buyback on the Broodmother, but EG, who knows, they could just take on these tier 4 towers. Looks like evil geniuses. We're gonna have perhaps a rematch of ESL 1 Frankfurt, just for a TI, different rosters, different teams. Oh, CDC are still gonna try and fight this one. They managed to get the Ice Blast out. The Doom goes out. Samael immediately gets the big aggressive, backs himself away from Fountain once again, but they're just beating on the Fountain at this point, the throne. That's all they need to do. Refresher comes up and throws down another Doom, and they can't quite finish up the throne just yet. Samael gets Cold Embraced up. He's gonna be able to turn and fight with the throne. 250 HP. Go for it, Samael. Go for it. He needs one more. Can't quite get it. 45 HP. Universe gets it in the end. and EG win it in clutch fashion. You knew they had this game all along, but CDEC just decided to make the ending a little bit more climactic. So well done by Evil Geniuses. EG versus Team Secrets. Merlini, I know you're going to be on the panel now, but I want to get your thoughts first.